Um. Uh. Okay. Interesting. Um. But yeah. So like you would just channel is called. Yeah. Just like the player profile name, but without the. No. Like the profile picture of it, messing with Sasquatch. He's playing a guitar. Alright. Did you find it? Yeah. Okay, cool, you can see it. So I have it set up that so like my voice will also be heard through the stream, so you'll probably be hearing me double. I don't know if you're going to be heard through, that's going to depend on your settings. But yeah. So, yeah, this right here is my little Mesopithecus. It's a little monkey that can sit on my shoulder. He's wearing a mask. It's a helmet with a skin on it called the Dodo Wyvern. It's like from a Halloween thing. Crawling through this hatchway is a pain in the butt. I'm probably gonna have to go first person to do it. The first person to do it. There we go. I'm sorry it's super shiny in here. The text structures are just like that. This is the teleporter that I use to get around the island. Easy ground sloth that I was talking about. Here's the Gigantopithecus, the Bigfoot. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little slower. Yeah. This is my raptor. So, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna talk to you about it right now. These two, Sharon and Evergreen, the raptor and the Bigfoot, have this like I don't know what's going on, but there's a glitch where I can't get them to actually teleport. Every other one of my animals teleports, but they don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's probably a glitch. I'm gonna have to look up how to fix it. Next is the Pachyrhinosaurus, or the Pachy they call it for short. I call her Pacrisha because I couldn't think of a good name. This is Cree. She kind of walked onto my teleporter while she was wild, and I teleported her across the map to my house without meaning to. And I'm like, well, I just completely took you from your home. I'm going to let you stay here with me. So this is Juanita. She's a Tapahara. She's wearing a tech saddle. So get on her, and she flies around. This is the most nimble flyer in the game right here. I can fly it up, down, left, right, backwards. It's the only animal that can fly backwards. And it, with the tech saddle, it shoots lasers. This is like honestly one of my favorite animals in the game. Also, it's a 3-seater, so you can have 3 people ride this thing. And it can carry people, so you can technically carry an entire tribe of 4 with just this one animal, as long as it has the weight capacity to do it. Yeah. I had one on my brother's server. I named her Noranya, which is, you know, orange in Spanish. because she was literally all orange. So this is Rescue. She's an Argentavis. And so let me tell you a story. When I first tamed Evergreen, I'm like running around, like leveling her up, killing things and whatever. And without really meaning to, I ended up going all the way across the map to, let me show you on my map here. Let me zoom in. Okay, there you go, it's loaded. As soon as you can, tell me when you can see the map. Okay. I tamed her at about 60, 80 on the map. And then all of a sudden, I'm over at like 25, 25. And yeah, because I got carried away and I walked across the island. And I found out that I couldn't teleport her. And I'm like, this is bad. So what I ended up doing was I looked for a Argentavis nearby, because Argentavis can carry raptors. And so I tamed an Argentavis, leveled up its carry weight, and then I picked her up and I flew her across the map. And I was going to like get rid of Rescue immediately after, but I just kind of got too attached, so she stays. Yeah, for some stinking reason, in all servers I play, like, every animal I tame is a girl. Yeah, it's just, yeah. So this is Wotan, the Quetzalcoatlus, the largest animal that has ever flown the skies. So big, in fact, that you can actually build a platform on its back, and you could technically have a house on this thing's back. It's pretty great. Wotan is actually another name for Odin, you know, the old Norse god. And I felt it was pretty fitting that the largest animal in the sky be named after the king of the Norse gods. Let me climb up onto his back here. Yeah, he's a boy. This is Munin and Hugin. They are named, in mythology, Odin had two crows that were his eyes and ears. He would send them out and they could see things, and whatever they saw, he could see. And, so these two Argentavises are named after these crows. The hearts above their names show that they're mate boosted. What happens is if you have a male and female, so it's kind of always good to have two of every animal as long as they are multiple gendered. If I fall from here, I will take fall damage, so I'm trying to grab hold of the ladder, but he's moving and it's kind of hard to. Got it. Alright. And then this is Gaincod my poison wyvern. Okay. It's a dragon. So, all of my dragons and all of my servers are named after, like, in the Skyrim style of naming dragons. So, all their names have meaning. This one, Gaincod means one who wields disease, because he's a poison wyvern. And this might be the most overpowered thing I have ever had in any of my servers. This thing kills things in like a single hit of its poison, like poison breath attack. Let me just really quickly here. I don't want to kill that brontosaur because I like that brontosaur there. I feel like it's a nice decoration. Okay, here's a couple of animals. Let me know when you see that I've stopped. Like while I'm flying on him and I've stopped moving. Okay. So, it's a poison wyvern, so of course its breath attack is poison. And this thing kills, like, everything in one breath attack. And so I think I may have overdone it. I killed an Alpha Carnotaurus with this thing in one hit with that, and I thought, I may have overdone it a little. I love... A lot of people bag on the Poison Wyvern and don't like how it looks. Honestly, this is my favorite. This is absolutely my favorite of the 3 Wyvern types. Going back over here. I love him. They don't spawn. They only spawn on the desert map, which is absolutely not recommended for new players. Plus, it's DLC. But if you know how to spawn them in, which is what I did, you can get them pretty easily. This is a Therizinosaurus, and this is like the second scariest animal in the entire game. It's a herbivore. It eats plants. But you look at those claws and tell me that that thing doesn't scare you. What makes this thing scary is it spawns in low-level areas. So, like, you play as new character, you spawn in the easy areas. This thing lives there. This thing has an insanely high aggro radius, so if you get even remotely close, if it smells you, it's gonna come after you, is what it feels like, honestly. Those claws are not for show. It does massive damage. Every hit adds torpidity, which knocks you out, and it ignores armor. So, no matter what you're wearing, this thing will gut you like a fish. And it doesn't even eat you. It rips you apart and then leaves you there. And, yeah, but you know what? This is probably the best animal in the entire game. Damage is great, but it's also good at harvesting. As soon as I can hit something. It harvests wood, thatch, berries, fiber. If you are short on resources, this animal is a must-have. The only things it can't harvest are like hard things, like stone and obsidian and crystal. But no, every other animal in the game will leave this thing alone except for a T-Rex, an Allosaurus if it's in a pack, and a Giganotosaurus. Everything else leaves it alone. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, this thing kills a T-Rex in a fight. Yeah. It's faster. The torpidity knocks the T-Rex out, and it just rips it to shreds. When me and my brother were playing on his server, he decided he wanted one of these things, and I told him, "Are you stupid?" But we ended up actually knocking it out. It took out most of our armor, which was at the time we were wearing like the second best armor in the game, and it destroyed our armor. But it was so worth it. Oh, and again, it's a herbivore, but it's really good at harvesting meat. So it's like if you need meat, you just walk up to a dead thing, and this thing just rips all the flesh off the bones. I love Therizinosaurus. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes for this to load up. The next thing you're gonna see is my albino Tyrannosaurus. I'm trying to keep I'm trying to only. Yeah, that's armor. It's the same kind of technology armor that's on the Tapahara over there. So I have a Rex on my Scorched Earth server, and I've tried to have it almost on any of my servers. Also, this is like really gross, muggy air right now. I hate it. It almost makes me think that the volcano's going to explode, but they never implemented that thing. Anyway, so I wasn't going to tame another Rex. I didn't set out to tame a Rex, but I just happened to be walking along and I see this really cool albino-looking T-Rex, and I'm like, I'm taming that thing. So I did. And the armor on it shoots lasers just like the Tapahara. All tech armor shoots lasers, so that's always really handy. Excuse me. Wait till you hear the roar. Yeah. So this is my Spinosaurus. I'm actually going to not do this on its back because you're not going to see it. And this is what Spinosaurus look like in real life. It's not bipedal like the T-Rex. It's quadrupedal. It swam. It was like a giant crocodile in real life. So this thing's actually a pretty good amphibious tame. And I actually really like his color, like the white on his face. I absolutely love that look. I know. They do an amazing job. And they get away with... Yeah. Like, okay, these fins on the back of the legs of the Spinosaurus, we have no reason to believe that they really had those in real life. And same thing with the Dilophosaur having its frill like in Jurassic Park. But they kind of get away with it because these aren't any real versions of these animals. It's their own, like, separate... Like, it's that animal, but it's evolved a little differently. So, like, this is like a real-life Spinosaur, but it's evolved a little differently. That's a real T-Rex, but it's evolved a little differently than the ones we had in real life. Also nice taking a poop on camera there, Beatrice. And then, yeah, I know, I'm still a few seconds ahead of you. Yeah, and so this... this is the Brontosaurus. Breaker is what I call him. This is the thing I was telling you that the Gigantopithecus, if it's high enough level, can actually move when it punches it. And this thing is... Let me get next to it. I'm at its ankle. That is how tall my character is. I am at this thing's ankle. It is that big. And just like the Quetzalcoatlus over there, you can build on its back. I just have their platform set up so they can carry my animals around. But like this thing can totally carry the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus. It's amazing. Also, you see the bed here? Beds are your respawn points, so if you don't have a bed down, you only can respawn in a random location. So it's always good to have beds. And I put a bed on every one of these platform saddles. So if I die out in the field somehow, I always have an animal close by. Yeah. One more animal to show you. This is an ankylosaur, and I'm debating whether or not I want to tame these things. I like this island having a lot of wild herbivores, so I kind of want to leave as much of them as I can. But I might tame one of these things, because I love these things. Like I said before, I was never really big on dinosaurs growing up, but the ankylosaur and the stegosaur I always loved. Now let me show you my megalodon. I'm going to sit here and wait, and hopefully not drown or get eaten by anything from behind. And again, he's got the sci-fi armor too. Or she does, I think it's a she. Yeah, it's a she. No, she's got some green on her. The megalodons in this game have a lot of crazy colors. Like, no real shark would be colored like this. I've seen pink ones, and it's like, those, like, sharks colored like this would never survive in real life. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now is, I'm gonna take a couple of my animals out. I want to tame a bear. So I should probably go get that mutton. Oh yeah, first I gotta do this thing really quick. So, primates can wear hats and helmets. So let me just, oh, that loaded in really weird. Oh, I really like how that looks. Tell me when you can see the Gigantopithecus and what I did to it. Are you there? No, you can't. Absolutely disappeared on me again. You know. There you are. Are you seeing the Gigantopithecus right now, by any chance? Oh, okay. So you should be about there. But yeah, I put a T-Rex skull hat on him. Because the what do you call them? Like the Gigantopithecus and the Mesopithecus can wear human helmets, and they can therefore be wearing the skins on those helmets. Yeah. Also, you can put like different skins on some of these saddles. I don't have any saddle skins for any of these animals. And some animals have actual costumes that you can get in the game. Like there's a bionic T-Rex costume that makes the T-Rex. It was a what was it? It was, I think it was like a bonus for like getting the game when it first went early access. It's not possible to get it right now without spawning it in, which I could do. I don't know what the command is to do that though. But yeah, and it's going to be available when the game goes. When the game launches officially, it'll be available again. Same with the Giga. The Giga has a bionic skin that will be going. That will be available. They're also doing a bionic Parasaur, Raptor, and I think Triceratops and Quetzal. No Tyrannosaurus. No Quetzal. Yeah, they have turtles. There's only one species of turtle. Let me, really quickly, I'm gonna put on my Iron Man suit, and then I'll go see if I can find one really quick. Okay, no, hold on, I'm not doing it right. I apologize for what this is going to do. It might hurt your eyes. It kind of always hurts mine a little. As soon as I figure out how to do it. No, that's the punch. Okay, no, wait, it's this. There we go. Yeah, the Iron Man suit lets you do that. It also lets you fly and crap. Mine's only colored like this because this is the color that Jake used for his armor, and so I kind of did it in memory of playing with him. Let's see. Parasaurs. Oh, wait, there's the turtle. Yeah, the carbon nemes. That's what they call it. Yeah, it's more tortoise than it is turtle. But it's, and honestly, it's only kind of okay for low-level players to use to get across large bodies of water, because it swims at an okay rate and it can take damage. So if a Megalodon does catch you, you can probably survive as long as you don't stop to fight, because it doesn't damage that well. I've kind of gone back and forth on whether or not I should tame one, but I'm probably not going to. And then next to him, yeah, it's called a Lystrosaurus. Actually, I've always really liked the Lystrosaurus' story, because, I don't know, I think it's kind of adorable. The scientist who discovered the Lystrosaurus' remains, was, like, he found it, and he hadn't thought of a name yet, but he told his little girl who loved dinosaurs, that he had discovered a new species of dinosaur, and he was trying to think of what to call it. And she said, you should name it after me. And so the dinosaur is named Lystrosaurus in honor of this girl. And I always found that to be really adorable. And this thing is actually really adorable, and it's actually secretly pretty useful if you're playing on a normal server. You can pet this thing when you've tamed it, and it provides an XP bonus to all members of your party. So you pet this thing, it does like this little backflip, and it's all adorable. And then all of your, I guess all of your other animals are like, that is so adorable, I want to protect this thing, so they level up faster for a short period of time. Yeah, it's nice that there's so many of these things that have like neat little gimmicks. But it's, it might be. I don't know what noise you're referring to, but yeah, there is a poop noise. That would be the poop noise. And it's the same noise for like everything when it poops. So that could be me, it could be an animal near me, it could be you can force yourself to poop, but yeah, when you eat, you go onto a timer before you're gonna poop. And it, yeah. What do you call it? If your animals poop while you're riding them, they stop immediately unless they're flyers. I don't think fish poop. I don't think I've ever ridden a megalodon and then it pooped while I was riding it. So I don't think sea creatures poop. But land animals have to stop immediately when they take a crap. Humans don't. Which I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I can't imagine, like, moving while I'm taking a dump. But yeah. Okay. Game can get a little slow when you actually teleporter. So, okay, but everyone made it. Good. Alright. So I'm looking for a dire bear. Oh, there's a megalosaurus. I kind of want to test this thing. Yep. Just like I thought. You'll see in a minute. I'm gonna go full buck hunter. When me and Jake first got our first rifles on our server, we had something knocked out. I don't remember what. But Jake is being all serious about taming this thing, and I'm like super excited to have a rifle. And so oh boy. And so I'm like, Jake is trying to tame this thing, and all of a sudden he just hears a loud cow. He turns around, what did you do? And I'm like, I shot a parasaur. And I'm standing on top of this dead parasaur, the duck-billed thing, and he's just looking at me like, wow, you're a terrible person. I'm like, I know. How do I want to organize this floor part? No, it's the T-Rex. It's the T-Rex being all raw. I'm a big stompy monster. Good, okay. Let's see if that works in War Party. Oh, where'd the snail go really quick? I want to show you the snail. Flashlight back on. And it just occurred to me that I'm out where I am at night and not on the back of any animal. And it's about 50-50 between the two. Like between day and night. You can adjust the settings, and every time I get on, I'm like, I'm like, as I'm booting up the game, I'm like, I'm going to shorten the night because the night is horrifying. But then I always forget to shorten the night, and I end up having to deal with it being super dark. But on the bright side, I get to use my flashlight, which I haven't really gotten to use yet. On the negative side, I get to use my flashlight, which I haven't gotten to use yet. Because, the flashlight aggroes aggressive animals. They're drawn to the flashlight. Yeah, the torch doesn't do that, because they see it as like a regular fire. But the light, that's a Paraceratherium. It's the largest land mammal to ever live. There's a lot of them over here. And you can build a platform on their backs, too, so you can have, like, a house on them. I am so uncomfortable right now. Like, forget doing this. Let me put on my Iron Man armor again. Right now. Gotta remember how to do this. There we go. Oh, crap, I threw my monkey off. Okay, now I understand why the world is shaking so much. Okay, but now I can see clearly. If I weren't in the redwoods, I'd probably be okay just using the flashlight. But I don't want to take any chances. Especially since I'm out bear hunting. The only way a bear gets aggressive is if you get too close, and I do not want to get too close to one of these things. I'm not worried about it killing me, I'm worried about it killing my monkey. Oh, darn it. They need to change that button. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a Doedicarus. Do you see the Doedicarus yet? Yeah, the big spike tail. So the Doedicarus is really good at... Oh crap, Troodons. The Doedicarus is really good at harvesting rock and that kind of a thing. Now, how do I go? So the Doedicarus is actually pretty useful for high-level tribes. I'm going airborne. I don't want to fight these things on the ground. Okay, they can kill him, I guess. I hate Troodons. Okay, wait, hold on, where is it? Oh, there we are. But I'm still seeing tiny little glows through the grass, and I don't like it. Ah, crap! Troodon, just like I was afraid of. I will always be afraid of Troodons. That's a Microraptor, isn't it? Nope, it's ants. But yeah, the Troodon is a tiny little sucker that poisons you, and it's like this. Okay, the Troodon is believed to be the smartest dinosaur in history. So the game has it be really intelligent, and you can train them to like look for hiding players or hiding animals or hidden items, which is really cool. What's not cool is how you tame them. To tame them, you have to sacrifice animals you have already tamed. So if, like, I want to tame a Troodon, I'd have to take, say, my Megatherium and let them kill that, and then they would tame to me. Now, the obvious, easy way to do this would be to, like, walk over to a dodo bird over here, knock this thing unconscious, tame it, and get a bunch of dodo birds, and then just let them eat the dodos. But I'm not doing that. Because dodos waste, taming dodos wastes time as it is. Still pitch black. Speaking of, is my monkey still on my shoulder? Yeah, it is. The button to... You gotta go? I was gonna say, are you gonna go? That's a freaking Cardo! Everything just went to heck. No, I turned around and there's a Carnotaurus, like, right on top of me. Health is high enough, it's not gonna kill me, but I wasn't ready for it. Oh my gosh, it scared me so bad. Oh boy! Yeah. That's why I brought these three, though. Oh, Allosaur! I think it's staying there. They know I'm here. I think they're stuck on each other. Yeah, they're stuck on each other. Oh, there we go. Unstuck. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Oh, frickin' Scorpion. I swear, as soon as you said that you were gonna go, everything starts happening. They're like, it's like, the animals are like, okay, this guy could potentially end up buying this game. So what we want to do is not do anything crazy. So that he thinks the game is really easy. And then he buys the game, and then we will eat him. We will eat all of his flesh. And as soon as they heard you're going, they're like, kill, kill! Yeah, no problem. Yeah, this is probably in my top 5 favorite games ever. Oh, freaking bugs again! I swear! Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go to the shore until it brightens up because I'm getting tired of this. Alright. I will probably be on something. It's a good thing animals don't take fall damage! All of my tames just jumped off of a cliff. go to the settings and only broadcast audio. Wonder if that means like it goes blank for everyone else. Either way. Let's not hold it. I don't know what that does.